What's up, y'all? Today we're talking about the problem with MMOs. So, the first step we should take is defining the term MMO. If you don't know, it actually stands for something, and it stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Game, which is quite a large umbrella that I think a lot of games would fit under that most people wouldn't consider an MMO. So, for the sake of specificity, I want to add an extra description, which would be the game must have some form of progression. Okay? So, for instance, Fortnite, which is a massive multiplayer online game, I would not consider an MMO because it has no progression. The first time you boot up Fortnite, you have the exact same chance to get a victory royale as the millionth time. You're on a level playing field. There's in-game cosmetics you can buy, but there's no performance that they add to the game. Okay? So, with all that said, let's go ahead and talk about the first MMO that I ever played, which was GTA 5 Online. Yeah, that's right. This might surprise some of you, but I definitely consider GTA 5 Online an MMO, and we'll get more into that later. But let's go ahead and start with, why even play an MMO? Well, of course, it's to flex all of your riches and success on the poor new players. No, I mean, that's a little bit of a joke, but it's also kind of true. I mean, that's why people kind of get hooked on MMOs is let's say they boot up GTA 5 for the first time. They're just running around the city getting accustomed with it, and then they see a fighter jet fly over them and like carpet bomb somebody on the street. And they're like, "Whoa, you can do that in this game? I want a jet. How do I get a jet?" And then you just go from there. Okay? So this desire to show off or be superior to other players is a fundamental part of why people play MMOs, even if they don't, want to admit it to themselves. It's a fundamental part, and it's reliant on the fact of the game being massively multiplayer and online. Okay, this phenomenon doesn't happen in single player games. Yeah, you can get rich in the normal mainline Pokemon games. Good for you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't matter nearly as much as being rich in Pokemon, where it's so much more interconnected online with a huge player base. Okay? Flexing, essentially. The point is flexing. And we're going to get more into the pitfalls of that ideology for a game later. I want to touch on something really important, though, about GTA 5 and what I think is a little bit problematic about this specific game. So, GTA 5 Online was the first MMO edition of the Grand Theft Auto series. Up until that point, they were all single-player games, which I think is why they got away with selling an MMO for $60. If y'all are unaware, MMOs are usually free to play because they want to hook players into the game and then hope that the players will spend money later, or that they'll catch a whale on that hook, and that one person will pay like thousands of dollars, which makes up for the 10 people that have been free to play the whole time. Okay? So GTA 5 has essentially tricked people into starting off the MMO $60 in the red, and then shilling shark cards to them to hope that they pay more into this game. It's very interesting, and I have not seen it with a lot of other MMOs. It's something I wanted to point out. Okay? And I actually had a ton of fun playing GTA 5 online with my friends. I played in high school, and I played with real-life friends in GTA 5 Online, and we had a bunch of fun just playing the game. So I want to also make that point, too. If you enjoy playing MMOs, that's great. Just try and make sure you have a healthy relationship with it, because the developers are actively trying to take advantage of you when you play an MMO. It's just something to be aware of. They want to take every dollar they can from you, so don't let them. All right? And I think that brings me to my next point, which is what you put into an MMO. So you essentially have two options. You can either put your time into an MMO and do in-game grinding to make money, level up, what have you, progress in the game, like actually spending your time to progress in the game, or you can just let your money talk and pay your way to success. So it's either you put usually an obscene amount of time into progressing or an obscene amount of money. And that's how they get you. they know that most people will start with the time route. They don't even consider the fact that they would pay money to this MMO until they get hooked. They realize that they really enjoy this game, they have a lot of fun playing it, which is great. However, it's taking up too much of their time. So maybe I'll just spend 20 bucks here, 50 bucks there to speed up my progress, okay? And that's the key term, progress. It's what I was saying at the start of the video. The whole point of MMOs is to be richer than the other guy, or at least just get rich yourself and be able to enjoy all of the fun items that are in this MMO. Like, you have to buy them or acquire them somehow. They're not just going to give them to you for free. And that's really where the predatory aspect of MMOs starts. And any single player game, you can get, I don't know, whatever the coolest item is, whatever you want, relatively easily compared to an MMO, okay? I shouldn't really have to explain that much. It's just a true thing. If for a single player game it took you, I don't know, let's just say 20 hours to get the cool item, people wouldn't bother getting the cool item, and then why does it have to be in the game anyway? Do you get what I'm saying? Alright. Moving on. So this is the last point I want to make about GTA 5, and then we'll move on, is that GTA 5, first of all, it's an MMORPG. It's a role-playing game as well, which a lot of MMOs are, and I think are more commonly associated with being MMOs. However, you're role-playing as a businessman. You're role-playing as a real-life person who, maybe you're not a millionaire yet, but that's the whole point of the game, is to get rich. I mean, you can literally buy businesses that generate you income, whether it be legal or illegal businesses, or both. That is the whole gameplay loop of the game, is get rich, buy more businesses, get richer, okay? It's like you're going to work, and this is what I really wanted to harp on, okay? If you're at home and you enjoy playing MMOs, I'm right there with you. I'm not trying to say there's no place for them. I enjoy playing them, and I plan on playing GTA 6 when it comes out. Just please recognize that this game is not your real life, and it's not your job. You have no obligation to continue playing. You have no obligation to log in every day, okay? Even if they might offer you daily login bonuses. Again, that's another predatory trick, and I think that we all understand this at this point, why games do this. They just want to keep your attention, so again, maybe in the future, you'll potentially spend money on it. They just want to keep you enjoying playing the game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but there's certain ways that it can be really predatory. And again, I think we are all kind of on the same page here. You can leave it in the comments if you disagree, but it's just a sad truth that I've seen happen to people, okay? People get sucked into these games, and they play it 8 hours a day. That's, a full-time job. And rather than making money from their job, they're putting money into it. That just doesn't make sense. If it's something you enjoy, that's awesome. Just what I would recommend is have a lot amount of time that you're going to spend playing video games, and then in that time choose to play the MMO or play something else. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, please don't let it negatively impact your life, because this is really what the developers are looking for. Like, they're trying to get a whale on the line and take them for everything they've got. I mean, it's really, really sad, but just look up gacha games after this video if you're curious. They really have no morals whatsoever. So enjoy their game, play it, have fun. Please don't sink your life into it. All right, we're going to move on now. The next game I want to talk about is actually Clash Royale, okay? And this is a very interesting variation of an MMO. So, and this is why I think it's also so successful. This is a pro that I would give Clash Royale. There's no real grinding in Clash Royale. The way you progress is the main gameplay mechanic is by battling somebody else, okay? You go into a 1v1 duel, or a 2v2 if you'd like, and you either win or you lose. That's it. There's no other thing to grind, okay? However, I would still consider this an MMO, like when I was comparing it to Fortnite, and I would say Fortnite's not, is because the more time you put into Clash Royale, likely the better your deck is, or let's go with that. I mean, you'll get better yourself playing, but that's not really what we're talking about. Your deck will be better. You don't even have access to certain cards in Clash Royale until you reach certain arenas where they unlock, okay? So there's definitely an aspect of progression in the game. It's just built in to the fundamental gameplay mechanic, which is actually playing battles, okay? Clash Royale has gotten a lot more greedy in recent time, and I think if you've played Clash Royale, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I think we're all kind of aware of this. They've taken out a lot of ways to get cards and gold recently. Like, there's no more seasonal shop, there's no more chests. They really want you to buy that gold pass, right? Pretty much a subscription, a recurring monthly bill to get you constantly paying money to the developers. It's quite clear from my perspective that they are really trying to just get every last penny out of this game that they can. And I find that disgusting. However, I still play Clash Royale because I enjoy it. And again, that's what I'm really trying to get across with this video, is that yes, MMOs can be very disgusting in nature at times. Just play responsibly. Don't fall in to the traps the developers are setting for you. Honestly, like, take advantage of them. Play their game for free, have fun, and if you start feeling like you want to pay them money, put the game down and play something else. Go play Mario, like I was saying. It's actually a fantastic game, and you don't have to pay a monthly subscription to play Mario. But yeah, it is something I really wanted to get across, and it's something I've seen as well, which is that as a game's life cycle like goes on, as more people reach the peak of the mountain, they're the richest that they could possibly be, all of a sudden there's new content added that's twice as expensive or twice as hard to get as the last thing that was the hardest thing to get, okay? And we saw this as well in GTA 5 Online. I actually skipped over that. I was going to talk about that. When people are asking, why is GTA 6 taking so long to come out? Because GTA 5 makes Rockstar so much money. It is unbelievable. Why would they want to kill off this cash cow for them by releasing, 2.0 of it, when they could just wait for GTA 5 to, like, naturally slow down in attention and then bring all the hype back with GTA 6. Oh, the new one's out. It's better than ever. Like, it just makes sense. You're not going to spend money on GTA 5 Online if GTA 6 is out. Okay, some people will. I understand that. But I'm not going to really explain that. I think that should be obvious to people. That's why, okay? Is that they're literally milking the game for everything it has before they're going to move on and do the same thing with GTA 6, okay? Just something to be aware of. And it's something I find very, very disgusting. It's recently just happened with Clash Royale, where they've increased the highest arena from 9,000 trophies to 10,000. So now me and a bunch of other people are no longer at the quote-unquote peak of the mountain. We haven't beat the game anymore because the devs decided to move the finish line further back, okay? And of course, they keep on adding new mechanics. First it was champion cards, now it's evolutions. Now there's new evolutions coming out. As soon as you get everything that you can in the game, all of a sudden there's something new to buy, okay? And it's a very common idea in MMOs, and the devs disguise it as improving the game, but I think a lot of people would agree that Clash Royale was more fun a year or two ago, or even more than that. It's changed a lot, and it seems like the driving factor for the change is to make more money, okay? Please, y'all, just be aware, be responsible, financially responsible, and responsible of your time when you're playing these games. I play them. I'm not saying don't. Just please don't fall into the traps the developers are setting for you. I find it so disgusting, and it really breaks my heart when I see this happen to people. Because it does. It does, man. Alright, the last game that I think we'll talk about is PokeMMO. I have a bunch of videos about Pokemon on this channel. If you're a subscriber, you're probably waiting for me to mention it. And frankly, I love PokeMMO. I don't think that there's anything malicious with the game design there. I really think it is, in terms of a Pokemon MMO, it's pretty much as good as you could ask for. They don't add new BS content to get people to spend money on the game. Yes, they have certain vanities and stuff that you can pay real money for, but Pokemon never even had those. So, like, just don't buy them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at, is, like, that doesn't offer you actual progression. It's just a cool thing to flex. There are certain things you can get for progression, like an EXP amplifier and some, like, other items, but frankly, they're not that important. And also, you can buy it with in-game money. You don't have to spend real-life money on it. You can buy those items from the GTL with in-game money. I truly, honestly think PokeMMO is a very respectable game. I don't think they're predatory, and I would recommend anyone that enjoys Pokemon and MMOs to play them. Is it grindy? Yes. It's an MMO, you dummy. But does it require you to pump money into it? Absolutely not. I would seriously say that. I really enjoy that game. Do I play it all the time? No. Okay? Is it my job? No. Hopefully one day I'll start getting paid from YouTube. Please, YouTube. But yeah, man. That's really the bottom line, is that these games are not your job, they're not your real life, and you have no obligation to them, okay? That's really the thing. And if you're playing 8 hours a day, look, I'm not your mom, but maybe look yourself in the mirror and see if you could make some different life decisions that might make you a happier person. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope I didn't piss too many people off. I'm sure I did. Leave it in the comments. I don't mind any hate I get. I'm sure this is a touchy subject, but I just wanted to put this out because some of this stuff really does make me sad. And I play a lot of MMOs myself, right? I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm just saying, please, y'all, play responsibly and don't fall into the dev's trap. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.